Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Wealth Reigns Supreme, and we are on day 8. And we are going to be talking about how to deal with money issues over the holidays. What I did today was I brought out a dollar that I found and was handed to me at the exact time that we were struggling a bit. And on the back of the dollar it said, "Are you grateful?" And I just paused and I went, I'm always grateful for everything. But at that moment when we were struggling, this came, "Are you grateful?" Because if you're grateful, then more abundance comes to you. So I saw this as a sign. I took this dollar and I had it laminated, and I carry it in my wallet all the time to remind myself when things are tough, am I grateful? So we're going to go over a few things on this table here, but the issue today that we're dealing with is how to deal with money issues over the holidays. For myself, having 2 sons, having to budget all year long and then turn around and find a way to buy gifts for them for the holidays became a struggle. And what I learned, I'm going to teach in here that will help you, as you're going out and looking for your gifts. But first we'll go into, what is money? It's a currency. As you can see, I have a $20 bill here, and it's paper. It's a piece of paper, but it has value on it because everybody agrees that this is $20. Before this, there was this, and this is silver. Okay, 1 ounce of silver, and this is technically real money. Okay, this used to be made of silver, but now it's not, and so it's just a metal, and you can't really trade it in for anything great unless it's a specific year. But this right now, I believe they're up to $35 or $40 a piece, and they're going to continue to rise. So just giving you, that heads up, that paper that everyone agrees on right now, except for a bunch of other nations around the world where they're switching to this, and they're switching to, digital currencies and their own currencies. I also brought a creation that I made in the form of an 8. Today is day 8. It is year 8, 2024. 2 plus 2 plus 4. That's 8. This is year 8. So we're talking about money today. So I thought I'd bring you guys some luck. Here you go. All your favor, your citrine, tiger's eye, everything's in here. And some pyrite. All right. So now let's get to the subject here, now that we know a little bit about money as a currency. When you are happy and you are thankful, even when you are paying a bill, like I have said every month, when I hand this money over, it always returns to me. I am happy that I can do it because there are people who can't do it. So I'm grateful that I'm paying that bill so that my children and I have a place to live. Do you understand? Because you can be bitter about handing over that money, and then what's going to come back to you? Just more things that match your bitterness. So I would rather be thankful and know that in the future, all of that is just a savings account. It's all coming back to me. I've already declared it. So how to deal with money over the holidays? You have to think about the bigger picture. Like, what are you buying and who are you buying it for? And who is a priority and who is not? First, you need to start with, if you have children, your own specific children, because you gave birth to them or you adopted or whatever, but they should be most, on priority on the list, because especially if they're younger. I mean, older people can deal with the fact they're not getting a gift. But younger kids, you already heard my story. about there were times where I did not receive anything. And I didn't understand as a kid. I even thought maybe it'll come later in the day. Maybe it'll show up. And it never showed up that day. So you talk about trauma. That's trauma. You know, when you watch all your friends running around with their new toys and you just sit there. So remember that, you know, prioritize your house first, your family first. Then start expanding out. If you have a spouse or someone else that you love and you want to get something for them, you do that, and then expand out to parents and family, and, you know, anybody that specifically touches your heart is who I usually give to. And I also expand out if I have extra, and I give to people that need it, or people that have done something for me and they don't know that I'm going to give them something. I do it as a surprise. Okay. So set your boundaries, because like I said, what adult really needs a gift? I mean, they could go buy it for themselves. Setting your boundaries is going to give you a budget that you can use to help make it through these holidays. You know, be realistic about what you're going to buy. Be realistic about what your child actually needs and what they want. And a hot tip is do not shop on the weekends. This is the hottest tip. Do not shop on the weekends, because that's when the prices go back up to the top, when you could have been shopping during the week when no one's around and there are better deals. And this is what I have found, that there are better deals during the week than on the weekend. So I do my shopping usually Monday through Wednesday is when I find my best deals. The weekend I don't shop. I've been that way for years because I have noticed that prices always go back up. So be strategic in how you're shopping. The other place I shop is I go into a store and I walk straight to the clearance section, apps straight there. And then I look and see if there's anything of value for my children or for whoever I'm getting a gift for. And then that $50 item is $5, and they are ecstatic when they get it. They are so happy that I took time to think about them specifically and get that for them. And it was high value. And I was able to stay in my budget, being grateful for that purchase. So that's another thing you can do. I also go online and I go into the clearance sections in the online stores. So I'll go online and I just go straight to clearance. And then I'll start digging around in the clearance section. And if I find something that, again, is on my list or of value, or I know my child or family would love it, then I just get it. So this one, how to deal with money issues over the holidays, has a lot to do with what you've done all year long and your budgeting. I mean, some people set up a Christmas account or holiday account where they put $20 in every week, and then at the end of the year, they can pull it out to go shopping. And then some people, you know, just spend what they have at that time. I mean, honestly, you have to be honest with yourself. Take a look back at the year. Have you gone to the movies? Have you gone on vacation? Have you gone to the beach? What have you done for yourself or your family that may now be impacting your chance to buy Christmas gifts? Because I look at that myself and I began to learn, you know, I can't just always run to credit. I can't always run to a magazine and buy a bunch of stuff out of there and then deal with that, you know, later in life. Because there was a situation where I had to deal with that and I had to go to court about that. So, and that's another 400 videos. So, again, be mindful and understand that if the person truly loves you, they truly love you, they are not going to be concerned that you couldn't buy them a gift. You can make them some cookies. You can make them, you know, cupcakes, or you can make them some handmade gift. They should be grateful for anything. And you should be grateful giving in any situation. So I have found that if I keep talking, my videos crash on my computer. So I've got to limit these to at least 10 minutes, which I'm already over. So anyway, those are some tips on how to deal with money issues over the holidays. Again, just make sure that for next year that you're putting $10 away each week, $20 away, whatever you're doing. And then set a budget, and then be specific on who you're buying for. Remember the kids first. And then remember that people who are not happy that you're not giving them a gift, what did I say before? They're not your people. So money issues over the holidays, be careful with using bill money to buy gifts, because you need the roof over your head, you need the electric on, until things change. Right now, we need all these things. So make those a priority. First thing that gets paid for is whatever needs to be paid for the roof over your head. Then if you're driving, something that needs to be paid for, and the insurances. And then you just go down the list. So again, before I go, another hot tip, go to different stores. Run around real quick and go into their clearance or auditorium sections. You will find a ton of really high value items that they are just trying to move out to get rid of something, to get ready for the next thing. So that's another hot tip that will help you. And just be happy that you're able to give it all, because there are people who can't even give. They can't even eat. They don't even have a roof over their heads. They don't know where their next meal's coming from. So just be grateful, okay, in all situations. So those are some tips on how to deal with money issues over the holidays. And you've learned about some different forms of money. You've learned about what to do, for your family and what not to do. And you learn to set budgets, set boundaries, and shop the sales. That's how you do it. And again, don't shop during the weekend, okay? So thank you guys for coming by. Please keep liking and subscribing. It's going to help me to be encouraged to continue teaching and sharing this information with you guys. Have a great week.